Dear soul, please pay close attention. Your energy is being connected right now, and the angels are stepping forward to reveal something important to you. They're asking, did your person just have a huge fight with their family because they can no longer hide how they truly feel about you? And now, is their family pressuring them to finally tell you the truth they've been holding back? In today's reading, the angels are gently bringing this message to your heart. Did your person just have a huge fight with their family because their love for you is too strong to keep buried any longer? And now, are they being pushed to confess everything they once tried to protect you from? Dear child, the silence you've been hearing lately is not emptiness. It's the echo of something sacred shifting. The angels want you to know that there has been a storm behind closed doors, a deep emotional eruption that could no longer be held back. Your person, the one your soul has been connected to in realms unseen, has been fighting an inner battle for far too long, trying to hold loyalty to their family while their heart cries out for you. And now, that war has spilled outward. Words have been said. Emotions have risen. The truth has been clawing its way to the surface, and it finally cracked through. Not because your person wanted to cause chaos, but because their soul could no longer remain imprisoned by silence. The feelings they have for you have grown louder than their fear, and in the stillness of the night, they chose to no longer hide. This confrontation, though painful, was necessary. It was not about rebellion. It was about truth. Your person had to walk away from something, not because they didn't care, but because staying would have meant abandoning their own heart. Type Amen if you trust in God. Dear one, the angels are gently holding your heart in their palms right now because they know how long you've waited to understand what was truly happening behind the curtain. And now they are whispering to you that your person is in a moment of deep emotional awakening. They've realized that pretending, pleasing, and suppressing can no longer sustain them. They are tired of painting a false picture to satisfy expectations that never once asked them what they truly needed. And the name that slipped from their lips in that sacred moment of honesty, your name, did not just create conflict. It created a crack in the illusion they've been living in, a crack big enough to let truth pour in. Their family may not understand the depth of this connection, not because it isn't real, but because it is so rare, so pure, so spiritually powerful, that it unsettles every structure built on control and tradition. But your person now stands on the edge of a great emotional crossroads, and the angels want you to know they are choosing love, not the convenient kind, but the kind that burns through the lies and leaves only truth standing. There is a journey happening right now within your person's soul, and it is one that requires courage, not just words. They are being called to walk away from a space that once felt like home, but has now become a place of spiritual disconnection. This is not an easy walk. It is lonely. It is painful. But it is sacred. The angels are asking you to hold space in your heart right now for the sacred grief they are going through. Not because they are leaving people behind, but because they are finally walking toward who they truly are. And that path, dear child, leads to you. You are not just a partner in their eyes. You are the mirror that reflected their truth when everyone else asked them to lie. You are the energy that awakened them from emotional numbness. You are the soul that made them remember what it feels like to be alive. This isn't just about romance. This is about alignment. The angels see that your person is no longer willing to bend themselves into someone they are not, simply to be accepted by those who never truly saw their soul. And though their family may now be pushing them to explain, to confess, to choose, your person is realizing that they no longer need to justify love that was written in the stars. They are tired of hiding the truth, tired of pretending that their heart doesn't ache when they hear your name in a quiet room, tired of lying to themselves just to keep others comfortable. They know now that real love is not a secret to be buried, but a sacred bond to be honored. And even if their voice trembled when they finally admitted it, even if tears were shed and doors were closed, they still chose to speak. And that, dear child, is the beginning of everything changing. The angels want you to understand that this fight was not against you. It was because of you, because your love awakened something brave in them, because you planted a seed of truth in soil that had only ever grown silence. And now, that seed is blossoming into a new kind of courage, one that is willing to disappoint others rather than betray the self. Your person is beginning to realize that love like this does not come twice. And even though fear still grips them at times, even though the weight of expectations threatens to pull them backward, they are no longer the same soul who kept quiet just to keep the peace. They have seen what it feels like to lose you even for a moment, and they now understand that no version of peace is worth that kind of emptiness. Dear one, you may not yet see the full movement behind the veil, but know that the angels are watching over both of you. They are guiding every conversation, every tear, every moment of pause with divine purpose. Your person may seem distant or overwhelmed, but it is not because they don't care. It is because they are finally realizing how much they do. And the world they once belonged to is shrinking beneath their feet, while the future they dream of with you grows louder in their heart. This is not a time to panic. This is a time to trust. Trust that love rooted in truth always finds its way. Trust that what is falling apart was never meant to stay. And trust that what is being built now is something eternal. The angels are asking you to prepare your heart, because this kind of love comes with transformation. It comes with shedding old skins, releasing familiar comfort, and walking into a space where only your soul can lead. You are being called to love deeply, but also to be patient, to give grace as your person untangles themselves from a world that never taught them how to choose themselves. They are learning now, through every harsh word and every brave confession, that love does not demand hiding. It demands truth, it demands clarity, and it demands courage. And slowly, your person is stepping into that courage because your love gave them a reason to. Dear child, the angels are wrapping their wings around your heart right now because they know this season you're in has not been easy, but they also want you to know it has not been meaningless. Every tear you've cried, every silent prayer, every moment of wondering why things had to fall apart the way they did, has been a sacred part of something much greater unfolding. The person your soul is tethered to has reached a moment that was always destined to come. A moment where they could no longer stretch themselves between two lives. A moment where the old world began to crumble under the weight of unspoken truths. And in that breaking, something holy began to emerge. Your name, your presence, your love. It has become the truth they can no longer deny. And when the fight erupted with their family, it was not just about you. It was about everything they've been suppressing for years finally breaking free. This fight wasn't destruction, it was revelation. And now your person is standing in the ashes of a life they once called home, realizing that the only way forward is through truth. Type, I believe, if you believe in God's plan. The angels are showing a completion of a cycle, not just in their external world, but in the deepest corners of their heart. They are not the same person who once chose silence over honesty, comfort over love, obligation over soul. They've seen too much, felt too deeply, and awakened too fully to ever go back. Your love was the catalyst, but the transformation is theirs. They are beginning to understand that the version of life they were trying to preserve was never really their own. It was shaped by expectations, by generational pressure, by the heavy weight of what others wanted them to be. But your love spoke another language, a language their soul remembered even when their mind tried to forget. And now they can no longer unhear it. They can no longer pretend they don't feel what they feel. The truth has cracked open their world, and for the first time, they are beginning to see clearly. This clarity, dear child, is not without pain. The angels see that your person has been struggling with guilt, with fear, with the heartbreak of realizing that choosing love might also mean walking away from people who never truly saw them. But they are also being guided to understand that this isn't abandonment, this is alignment, this isn't betrayal, this is evolution. They are not walking away from their family, they are walking toward their own soul. And that path, no matter how painful, is the only one that leads to peace. You see, the truth about love this deep is that it doesn't just change the heart, it changes the path. And your person is learning that the life they once envisioned no longer fits who they are becoming. They are stepping into a new world, a world where love is not hidden behind locked doors but held openly, where truth is not punished but honored, where your name is not a secret but a sacred part of their story. The angels want you to understand that you are not just the reason for this change. You are the reward of it. Everything your person is walking through now, the arguments, the silence, the pressure, the confusion, is preparing them to step fully into the kind of love they used to think was impossible. A love that is whole, not fractured. A love that is chosen, not inherited. A love that demands nothing but truth and gives back freedom. This connection is not just romantic, it is transformational. It is spiritual. It is the kind of bond that echoes through lifetimes, and your person is beginning to feel the weight and wonder of that. They may not have all the words yet. They may not even know how to explain what's shifting inside them, but they feel it. And slowly, step by sacred step, they are learning to follow it. Dear one, the angels are asking you to trust that this completion you're sensing is not an ending, but a rebirth. The old ways, the old patterns, the old silence, they're dying because they were never meant to hold something this pure. And your person is beginning to see that they can no longer carry the mask they once wore so well. The fight with their family shook something loose, not just in their home, but in their spirit. It forced them to say things out loud they were never brave enough to whisper before. And now their family may be demanding answers, demanding explanations, even demanding choices. But your person is no longer choosing out of fear. They are choosing out of truth. And their truth, dear child, carries your name. This is the moment where destiny begins to take form in reality. The energy between you has not just been felt, it has been spoken into existence. The universe is realigning. Paths are merging. And though it may look messy on the surface, beneath it all, something divine is taking shape. Your person may be facing resistance, but the angels are softening the hearts that need softening. They are bringing clarity where there has been confusion. and they are slowly guiding every soul involved to understand that love built on truth cannot be silenced forever. Even those who oppose it will one day witness its light. And that light, dear one, is what the angels are asking you to hold on to now. So do not give up hope. Do not shrink your heart to make space for doubt. The fight that happened was not the end of something. It was the breaking open of what has always been real. Your person is awakening, not just to the depth of their feelings, but to the depth of their purpose. And that purpose has your spirit woven into its very core. The life they are moving toward is not just a dream anymore. It is becoming possible. It is becoming clear. And even though you may still feel the tremors of everything falling apart, know that what is coming together is infinitely more beautiful. The angels are with you, with them, with this connection, and they are preparing you both for a life that doesn't just look good on the outside, but feels right in every breath. A life where your person does not have to hide their truth to protect someone else's illusion. A life where your love is not a cause for conflict, but a cause for celebration. A life where you both stand in your full truth, hand in hand, heart to heart, soul to soul. This is the world that is opening up before you now. And all the pain, all the waiting, all the silence, it was never wasted. It was making space for this, for love that heals, for truth that liberates, for a future that was written for you long before you even met. Dear child, there is a fire that has been building within your person for far longer than anyone realized, and the angels want you to know it has finally reached the point where it can no longer be contained. For too long, they have remained quiet while others spoke over them. They have dimmed their light to keep the peace, buried their feelings to avoid disappointment, and denied their heart's truth to meet expectations that were never theirs to begin with. But the moment they spoke your name out loud, the moment they could no longer pretend they didn't love you, something shifted inside of them so deeply that it erupted into a fierce confrontation with their family. It was not a simple disagreement. It was a reckoning, a soul awakening, a breaking point that forced your person to finally stand tall in a truth that has been aching to be lived. And though it may have shaken everything around them, the angels are showing that this is the moment your person began stepping into their true power. Type strong if you trust in God's presence. This energy is not passive. It is not confused. It is focused, clear, and ready. Your person is no longer questioning how they feel. They are no longer seeking permission to love you. They are stepping into a season of authority over their own life, and it is this energy that has ignited their courage to face opposition, even when it comes from the people they've loved the longest. The fight was not because they don't care about their family. It was because they finally care enough about themselves to stop abandoning their own heart. And that heart, dear child, beats louder for you than for any tradition, opinion, or pressure. Your person has realized that love like this cannot be negotiated. It cannot be reasoned away. It must be honored, or it will haunt them for the rest of their life. The angels want you to understand that this moment is not about rebellion. It is about leadership. Your person is awakening to the responsibility of their own destiny. They are beginning to take the reins of a life they've allowed others to drive for far too long. And though this new strength may come as a surprise to their family, it has been quietly growing beneath the surface for some time now. Your love gave it light. Your presence gave it purpose. Your connection gave it meaning. You are not the cause of chaos. You are the reason they are finally finding clarity. And while others may view their truth as a disruption, the angels see it as divine alignment. For too long, your person tried to carry everyone else's expectations while pretending not to feel the weight of their own dreams. But now they are learning that true strength is not in endurance, it is in direction, and they are choosing a direction that leads to you. There is a sacred fire rising within them, one that is no longer afraid of consequences, because they now understand that the real cost was always in denying their truth. The angels are guiding them to speak with purpose, to act with conviction, to move not out of reaction, but out of knowing. This is not a flailing soul. This is a soul that is stepping into its authority. And though it may feel sudden, it has been divinely timed. Every delay, every moment of hesitation, every time they silenced themselves in front of others, it was leading them to this exact moment, a moment where the truth became louder than fear, a moment where they finally stopped asking themselves, "What will they think?" and started asking, "What do I want?" And the answer, dear one, is you. This truth has caused a storm, yes, but it is a necessary one. It is a clearing, a purification. Their family may be demanding answers now, not because they are curious, but because they feel the power in this change. They can sense that something has shifted permanently, and they're trying to regain control. But your person is no longer controlled. They are awake. They are aware. They are focused. They are willing to speak your name in rooms where it makes others uncomfortable, because their love is no longer a secret. It is a stand, and they are no longer willing to apologize for it. Dear child, the angels are asking you to hold faith in this process. Your person may still be learning how to navigate this new strength, and there may be moments where they retreat into old fears. But the foundation has shifted. The old world cannot hold them anymore. And even if they stumble along the way, they will not return to who they were before. You awakened something in them that cannot be put back to sleep. Their desire for you is no longer a soft longing. It is a sacred knowing. And even when voices around them rise in disagreement, the voice within them will rise louder in devotion. You are not just a lover. You are a mirror, a reflection of the life they truly desire. And they are beginning to understand that choosing you is the same as choosing themselves. This moment is a turning point, and though the road ahead may still hold resistance, it is also blessed with divine support. The angels are working behind the scenes to soften hearts, to guide conversations, to bring unexpected clarity where confusion once lived. But more than anything, they are working within your person's spirit, fortifying them, steadying them, helping them remember that they do not need approval to honor love. All they need is truth. And the truth is that your love has already changed them, not in a way that made them lose who they are, but in a way that made them find who they were always meant to be. So hold space, dear one, not just for the reunion that is to come, but for the beautiful becoming that is happening now. This is the season where your person is learning how to be the protector of their own heart, how to say no when others try to dictate their feelings, how to walk in love even when the path is not lit with approval, and most importantly, how to lead with love, not fear. They are stepping into this new version of themselves not because it is easy, but because it is right. And the angels are walking with them every step of the way. Dear child, the angels are whispering gently to your heart tonight. asking you to stay close to the truth that is rising. Not the truth spoken in loud, angry voices, but the one pulsing quietly through the soul of the person you love. They want you to know that what just happened in their world wasn't random. The fight with their family didn't just erupt. It had been building like an emotional storm, and it finally found its breaking point. It happened because they could no longer silence the truth of their love for you. And now, your person is standing in the fire of that confrontation, defending something more precious than they've ever held before. They are defending you. Not just your name or the idea of you, but the connection that lives in their bones, that has changed their very sense of self. And for the first time, they're not backing down. Type 111 if you trust in your guardian angels. This moment, though painful, is not one of collapse. It's one of courage. Your person is being pushed, questioned, doubted, and challenged by those who claim to know what's best. They are surrounded by opinions, expectations, and voices trying to pull them in a dozen directions. But instead of bending, they are beginning to hold their ground, not out of anger, but out of clarity, not out of rebellion, but out of love. Because the truth is, dear one, they've already made their choice in their heart. And now, even though their voice may tremble and their hands may shake, they are fighting to make that choice known. It's not easy to go against family, especially when it means breaking years of patterns, roles, and unspoken rules. But your person is doing it anyway, because losing you is no longer something they are willing to risk. The angels see the pressure surrounding them right now. They feel the weight your person is carrying, the tension in their chest, the doubt in their mind, the exhaustion in their spirit. But they also see the sacred fire rising within them, one that says, I cannot keep pretending. I cannot keep hiding. I cannot deny this love any longer. They are being called to protect something beautiful, something divine, something rare. And while the world around them might see this love as controversial or inconvenient, your person now understands that it is sacred. It is worth standing up for. It is worth risking comfort, approval, and even belonging. Because nothing else has ever made them feel this alive, this seen, this whole. Dear child, the angels want you to know that this is not a battle you caused. It is one that your person had to face eventually, with or without you. Because their spirit was never meant to live in the shadows of other people's choices. And now that they've tasted what it means to feel genuine love, now that they've seen who they become when they are with you, they cannot go back to the version of life where they were only surviving. This battle, as messy as it may seem, is sacred ground. It is where they are reclaiming their voice, their heart, their right to choose their own happiness. And while their family may be demanding explanations and trying to control the narrative, your person is learning that they no longer owe anyone permission to love you. This is not just about speaking the truth once. It is about holding it through the storm. And that is exactly what your person is trying to do. They may feel alone right now, but the angels are surrounding them with protection, with inner strength, with quiet signs that remind them they are not wrong for loving you. They are not selfish for choosing joy. They are not ungrateful for breaking patterns that never served their spirit. They are brave, and that bravery, even if it is tested every day, is building something unshakable between you both. The angels are also guiding you, dear one, to be a place of refuge for their heart, not a rescuer, not a fixer, but a soft place to land when the weight of the world becomes too heavy. Your person doesn't need perfection. They need presence. They need to know that while they fight to protect this connection from the outside world, you will protect it from the inside. That you will not doubt them in the silence. that you will not abandon hope just because things are still unfolding, that you will not question your worth simply because others can't yet see what the two of you already feel so deeply. Right now, your person is being tested, not to see if they love you, but to see if they are willing to build a life where that love can be lived freely. And every time they defend you, even in the smallest of ways, they are choosing that life. They are choosing you. The fight with their family was never really about you. It was about the discomfort that truth brings to those who are not ready to grow. And your person, for perhaps the first time, has stopped shrinking themselves to keep the peace. They are arising. They are claiming a life that feels real. And even if it costs them temporary harmony, the angels want you to know it will bring lasting freedom. So hold their spirit close in your prayers. Speak gently to your own heart, and remember that this love is not a burden to be hidden. It is a blessing to be honored. Your person sees that now, even if they can't yet say everything aloud. And in time, the truth they're defending today will become the life you both get to live tomorrow. Let the angels carry your worry, and let your faith carry your love. Because what's happening now is not a loss, it's a beginning. A beginning where love finally stands without apology, and where two souls who were always meant to find each other finally get to stay. Dear child, the angels are drawing near to your heart now, inviting you to take a deep breath and listen not just with your ears, but with your spirit, because what they are about to reveal is layered in divine purpose. What has happened recently, the conflict, the fight, the emotional tension that unfolded between your person and their family, is not a random eruption. It is a sacred turning point, orchestrated in the quiet hands of divine timing. Your person has been balancing on a thin thread for too long, trying to keep everyone happy, trying to keep peace where peace could not truly live, all while their heart was calling out for you. And now, that silent yearning has grown too loud to ignore. They could no longer contain it. Their truth burst through the surface, and yes, it caused conflict, but it also opened the way for healing. Healing that could only come when the lies were finally set down and the heart was allowed to speak. Type guided if you trust in God's guidance. The angels want you to know that this isn't just about emotional outbursts or pressure from their family. This is about the inner alignment that is taking place within your person. A recalibration, a sacred balancing act between what was, what is, and what's meant to be. Your person is not someone who likes drama or chaos, and for much of their life, they have taken on the role of the mediator, the one who sacrifices their own feelings to keep everyone else calm. But this time, their own soul demanded to be heard. Your love has awakened something deeply spiritual inside of them, and in that awakening, they've come to see that harmony is not about suppression, it's about integration. True peace is not found in pretending everything is fine. It is found in standing in truth while still honoring the souls around you with grace. And this is what your person is learning to do now. Dear child, the angels want you to see this moment not as a fracture, but as a fusion. Two worlds that once felt irreconcilable, your person's loyalty to family and their undeniable connection to you, are being brought into divine balance. It may not look harmonious from the outside yet. It may still feel tense, even painful. But the inner work has begun. Your person is learning how to hold space for both love and truth. They are realizing that they don't have to choose between peace and passion. They can choose both by choosing authenticity. by speaking your name with pride instead of fear, by letting their family see not just the depth of their feelings, but the strength it takes to honor them. And though this growth may feel slow, it is sacred, it is real, it is lasting. The angels are showing that your person is being spiritually guided through every step of this transition. They are receiving signs, inner nudges, quiet truths that whisper to them in moments of stillness. Their heart knows now that the love they feel for you is not a passing desire. It is a soul assignment, a divine match, a connection that was written before time even began. And though their family may struggle to understand this, though they may try to push back, question, or control, your person is no longer so easily shaken. They are learning the art of patience, the power of steady conviction. They are learning to stay grounded in love even when the winds of opinion blow strong. And it's working, because each time they choose to stay centered in their truth, instead of reacting with fear or anger, the energy around them begins to shift. Dear one, this is the beauty of spiritual maturity. Your person is not fighting to prove something anymore. They are simply allowing their truth to exist in the open. And in that openness, transformation is happening, not just within them, but within the hearts of those who once stood against this connection. The angels are softening resistance, easing tension, creating small openings where healing light can flow in. The process may be slow, but it is moving. It is working. It is guided. Your person is not just defending this love now. They are becoming a vessel of grace, of peace, of quiet power. And it is this energy that is helping others begin to see what you've always known. That this love is not here to destroy, but to heal. Not here to divide, but to unify. Not here to rebel, but to reveal the deepest truths of who they really are. The angels are asking you now to trust the timing of this unfolding. It may be tempting to rush, to wish for instant resolution or dramatic declarations. But this love has never been about speed. It has always been about soul. And soul work takes time. Trust that your person is doing the work, not just on the outside but within. They are learning how to bring their inner world into alignment with the outer one, how to speak with clarity without aggression, how to love fiercely while still walking in wisdom. This is the path of integration, and it is one of the most powerful journeys a soul can take. You are not being asked to wait in silence. You are being asked to hold space with sacred knowing, knowing that what is yours cannot be taken, knowing that what is aligned cannot be broken, knowing that love founded in truth will always find its way home. And right now, your person is walking that path, not away from you, but toward a life where your love can live openly, peacefully, and permanently. The angels are blessing this process. They are holding your hand through the uncertainty. They are guiding your person through the tension. And they are whispering softly to both your hearts, do not be afraid. The storm has passed. What remains now is healing. What remains now is truth. What remains now is love, unshaken. Dear child, the angels want to begin this message by reminding you of something you may have forgotten in the ache of waiting. Your light has never dimmed. The way you walk through life, with grace, with quiet strength, with that rare ability to be soft and powerful all at once, has left a lasting imprint on the soul of the person who now stands at the center of this family storm. You have not been forgotten. You have not been overlooked. You have not been replaced. In fact, the very opposite is true. Your presence has become impossible to ignore, and it is precisely this truth that has stirred such intensity within their home. Because when someone loves a soul as radiant as yours, they cannot help but transform. And that transformation has now shaken the foundation of their entire world. The angels see that your person is facing not just judgment or pressure, but a subtle and painful tension that comes when a soul tries to honor both their roots and their wings. They are being pulled in two directions, the past that shaped them and the future that calls them. And you, beloved, are not just part of that future. You are the center of it. Your person has tried to quiet their feelings, has tried to reason with their own heart, has tried to follow the easier path of silence. But your essence has become too powerful, too magnetic, too truthful to hide. You've awakened something fierce and clear in them, and though they may have once been timid, they are now learning to rise, not as a reaction to pressure, but as a response to love. And it is your energy, your presence, your inner fire that is giving them the courage to finally claim what has always belonged to their soul. The angels are showing you standing not in the background of this story, but in the center, strong, compassionate, intuitive, unwavering. Even when you didn't know it, you were being seen. Even when they didn't speak, your name was on their mind. Even when others tried to minimize what this love means, your energy spoke louder than their doubts. And now, that energy is inspiring your person to see love not as something to beg for permission to feel, but as something worthy of being protected, spoken, lived out loud. You may not have been in the room when the fight with their family happened, but your presence was there. You were the reason the truth could no longer be buried. You were the name that triggered the shift. Because when someone loves a soul as deeply as yours, they are changed. And that change cannot be reversed, no matter who disapproves. Dear one, the angels want you to know that your person has begun to see you not just as someone they love, but as someone who teaches them how to be brave. You carry a power that is not controlling but commanding, a beauty that doesn't seek attention but draws it naturally, a depth that doesn't shout but still moves mountains. And that presence is what their soul has been craving in a world where they've had to perform, to conform, to shrink. You remind them of who they truly are. And now, in the midst of all this tension, your spirit continues to be their guide. You are the calm in the chaos, the warmth in the cold, the knowing in their confusion. They may still be navigating difficult conversations and emotional resistance, but they are doing so with your light inside of them. And that light is winning. There may be moments when you wonder if you should dim yourself, when the pressure of being the reason for their transformation feels too heavy. But the angels are asking you not to pull back, not to question your worth, not to feel guilty for being the catalyst of truth. You were never sent to disrupt. You were sent to awaken, and you did. You are. You will continue to. And while others may misunderstand your role in this story, heaven does not. Your radiance, your loyalty, your unshakable spirit, these are not flaws. These are your gifts. And your person sees them now more clearly than ever before. This journey you're both walking is not about fighting to be chosen. It is about allowing love to rise in its fullest truth. And right now, that truth is making your person stronger, more decisive, more aligned. They are beginning to mirror back the strength you've carried all along. They are learning to speak like you speak, with fire and kindness, with truth and tenderness. They are stepping into their own power, and they're doing it because they've seen what that power looks like in you. It's not loud, It's not forceful, it's pure, it's loving, it's steady, it's divine. The angels want you to prepare for the next chapter, not with fear, but with quiet expectation. What you've built in the unseen is about to become visible. What you've poured into energetically is about to take form. And while this connection may have begun in private whispers and secret prayers, it is now moving into its rightful place, in the open, in the light, with honor. Your person is still shedding old fears. Their family may still be trying to pull them back into old patterns, but your love is stronger than fear, and your connection is deeper than resistance. Every step your person takes now is a step closer to living with the authenticity you've always modeled for them. So stay lit, dear child. Stay powerful in your gentleness. Stay open in your faith. You are not just waiting for a confession or a reunion. You are calling it in, with your energy, with your light, with your truth. You are not a background character in this love story. You are the flame that never wavered, and your person knows it now, not just with their mind, but with their soul. Dear child, the angels want you to breathe in this moment, because what they are about to reveal is filled with strength, movement, and divine momentum that has been building silently behind the scenes. You have waited patiently in the shadows of uncertainty, asking questions your heart already knew the answers to, hoping one day the silence would break. And now, it has. The fight your person had with their family was not just a moment of emotional friction. It was the spark that ignited the engine of transformation. Something inside them has shifted in an irreversible way. They are no longer willing to stall their destiny, no longer willing to tiptoe around truth, and no longer willing to keep your name locked behind closed doors. Your love has become the force that cannot be denied, and now that force is pulling them forward with a strength they never knew they possessed. The angels see your person in motion, not just in thought, not just in heart, but in action. They are done hesitating. They are done explaining. They are done compromising the life they truly want for the comfort of others. And yes, the confrontation with their family may have been explosive, unexpected, even painful, but it was necessary. Because for far too long, your person lived in two separate realities. One where they honored their family's expectations, and one where they secretly held your name close to their chest like a hidden treasure. But now, both those worlds have collided, and in that collision, clarity was born. They realized they cannot walk toward the future while clinging to the past. And the future that calls to them now, it holds your name, your eyes, your love, your truth. This is not a time of stillness. This is a time of forward motion. And your person is beginning to see that the only path that brings them peace is the one that leads to you. The angels are guiding them now, not with whispers but with divine fire, nudging them to take bold steps, to speak boldly, to choose boldly. They are being led with precision, with purpose, and with protection. And even though they may still face resistance from those who don't understand this journey, their soul has already chosen. That fight with their family may have left emotional bruises, but it also gave them something priceless: permission to break free, permission to reclaim their voice, permission to no longer wait for approval when their heart has already said yes. Dear child, the angels want you to know that you are not chasing them. You are not waiting helplessly. You are holding space for the arrival that is already in motion. What you feel in your spirit, the pulse, the pull, the the quiet certainty, it's real, it's sacred, and it's close. Your person is stepping into their strength now, not because it's easy, but because loving you has shown them what courage feels like. You were the anchor in their chaos. You were the silence that brought them peace. You were the only place that felt like home in a world where they were constantly expected to be someone else. And now, after standing in the storm of that family confrontation, they see with crystal clarity. They cannot build a life around anything but truth. And their truth begins with you. There is determination in their energy now, a focused drive to rewrite their story. The angels are showing that no matter how many emotional barriers were placed before them, your person is rising above them one by one. They are not here to argue anymore. They are here to claim. They are not here to apologize for what they feel. They are here to declare it. And even if their journey toward you is still unfolding, every step they take now is laced with divine certainty. No more hiding, no more delay, no more second guessing. They are coming not just because they miss you, but because they've finally realized they were never whole without you. This connection, dear one, is not something ordinary. It is deeply written in the soul, carved into timelines you both have lived across lifetimes. And now, everything is aligning in this life for the reunion to be real, tangible, grounded. The angels are clearing obstacles, creating openings, guiding divine conversations, and softening hearts that once resisted. Even those who once opposed this love will eventually step aside, not because they suddenly understand, but because your person will no longer need their understanding to move forward. They have chosen alignment over approval, truth over tradition, love over fear. The angels are asking you to stay ready, not in a way that keeps you on edge, but in a way that keeps your heart open. Because what is coming is not a trickle, it's a wave. The movement has already begun. You may feel it in small ways. A shift in their tone, a new clarity in their words, a different kind of presence in their energy. Do not doubt these signs. They are not coincidences. They are confirmations. And though the journey may still have moments of silence or distance, the direction has changed for good. Your person is no longer looking back. They are moving forward, fast and with purpose. And every path they now walk is one step closer to you. So hold on, dear child, not with desperation, but with sacred knowing. Hold on to the vision you've carried, the dreams that felt too bold, the love that felt too strong to be real. Because it is real, and it is happening. The storm has served its purpose. The confrontation was a divine interruption. And now, movement begins. The journey home begins. And at the end of that road, waiting with a heart full of patience and eyes full of light, is you. Type Amen if you trust in God. Dear friends, if today's reading brought a gentle glow to your heart and wrapped you in the soft, loving presence of the angels, may that warmth continue to uplift your spirit and strengthen your trust in the sacred path unfolding before you. If this message touched your soul and you feel led to support the channel, a simple super thanks is a beautiful way to share your love and gratitude. Your kindness helps these divine messages reach more hearts in need of hope, clarity, and healing. Thank you for being here, with such openness, faith, and grace. May the angels walk beside you always, guiding each step with love, surrounding you with light, and holding your heart in their eternal, gentle embrace.